Throughout the ages, whispers of sacred knowledge have echoed through time, passed down by those who understood the deepest mysteries of existence. Within these pages lies wisdom that transcends centuries, teachings that reveal the true nature of reality and your place within it. The ancient ones spoke of the 33rd degree knowledge, not as mere information to be learned, but as a living force that transforms those who embrace it. This knowledge represents the highest understanding of universal laws, the sacred principles that govern all of creation. Just as a master craftsman shapes raw materials into works of beauty, these teachings will help you shape the very fabric of your reality. You stand now at the threshold of revelation. The universe has guided you to this moment, this crossing point between what was and what could be. The wisdom contained here has been guarded through generations, preserved by those who recognized its power to awaken humanity's dormant potential. The 33rd degree knowledge speaks to the fundamental truth that you are not separate from the creative force of the universe. You are one with it. This understanding opens doorways to manifestation that most believe impossible, yet these possibilities have always existed, waiting to be recognized by those ready to receive them. As you journey through these teachings, you will discover that the power to shape your destiny has always resided within you. Like a master key that unlocks all doors, this wisdom reveals how to align yourself with the infinite intelligence that orchestrates the cosmos. The time has come to step into your divine inheritance. These teachings will illuminate the path to mastery over your life circumstances, showing you how to transmute limiting beliefs into unlimited potential. The ancient ones knew these secrets. Now they call to you, inviting you to claim your rightful place among those who understand the true nature of reality. Take this first step. Open your consciousness to the infinite possibilities that await. The journey of transformation begins now. Part 1. The Awakening of Inner Power. Chapter 1. The First Glimpse. In the ancient city of Kashar, a young apprentice named Thomas discovered a concealed entrance behind a weathered tapestry. Following the flickering light of his lamp, he descended worn stone steps into a vast chamber filled with scrolls and manuscripts. Despite warnings to avoid this forbidden archive, something pulled him forward. As Thomas unrolled the first scroll, golden symbols seemed to dance before his eyes. Night after night he returned, absorbing wisdom that challenged everything he believed. The text spoke not of complex rituals or arcane formulas, but of simple truths that had always surrounded him: the power of a smile, the rhythm of breath, the space between thoughts. These ordinary moments held extraordinary significance. The universe speaks in whispers, not shouts. Its greatest mysteries lie not in distant temples or sacred mountains, but in the quiet moments of daily life. Each breath carries wisdom, each sunset holds revelation, and every interaction contains seeds of understanding. When you learn to see with new eyes, the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary. The universe has woven its truths into the fabric of existence itself, waiting for those who pause long enough to notice. These secrets require no special knowledge or mystical initiation, only the willingness to observe with wonder. In the kingdom of Meridia lived a wise woman named Amara, who wandered from village to village. When brought before the troubled emperor, she offered not complex solutions, but simple words. "Watch the morning dew." Confused but intrigued, the emperor spent each dawn observing dewdrops forming on leaves. Gradually, he noticed how they gathered, grew, and fell in perfect timing. He saw this same pattern reflected in his kingdom: cycles of growth, fullness, and release. By understanding this natural rhythm, he learned to govern with wisdom and harmony. His kingdom flourished not through force, but through alignment with natural laws. Like the emperor, you too are surrounded by living wisdom. Each moment contains teachings about the nature of reality and your place within it. The way water flows around obstacles shows the path of least resistance. The oak tree demonstrates how strength comes from deep roots. Even the changing seasons reveal truths about cycles of transformation. Begin now to unveil these hidden teachings in your own life. Each evening, find a quiet space and close your eyes. Let your mind drift back through the day's events. Notice moments that caught your attention, perhaps the way sunlight filtered through leaves or how a stranger's kindness shifted your mood. Write these observations in a journal, not analyzing but simply recording what you noticed. As you practice this daily reflection, patterns will emerge like constellations appearing in the night sky. These patterns are the universe's whispered teachings, revealing profound truths through simple experiences. What seems random at first gradually takes on deeper meaning. A chance encounter becomes destiny's gentle nudge. A moment of frustration transforms into a lesson in patience. Your journal becomes a record of discovery, each entry a step toward deeper understanding, each observation a thread in the tapestry of universal wisdom unfolding before you. Chapter 2. The Universal Code of Creation. In a village nestled among ancient mountains lived a craftsman named Ravi, whose hands shaped metal into patterns that seemed to pulse with life. Each piece he created contained spirals that mirrored the shape of galaxies, geometric forms that echoed the structure of crystals, and flowing lines that resembled rivers viewed from great heights. Travelers came from distant lands to marvel at his work, but few understood the true significance of his designs. One day, a wise woman paused before a particularly intricate piece and smiled. "You have captured the language of creation itself," she said. Ravi nodded, explaining how each curve and angle reflected the invisible laws that governed all of existence. These universal laws flow through every aspect of creation, from the smallest atom to the largest star. Like rivers following their natural course to the sea, these principles guide the flow of life itself. The law of cause and effect ensures that every action creates a corresponding reaction, rippling through the fabric of reality. The law of correspondence reveals how patterns repeat themselves across all scales of existence. The law of vibration shows how everything moves in its own unique rhythm, creating harmony or discord. Understanding these laws transforms your relationship with reality. Each thought you think, each word you speak, each action you take sets in motion forces that shape your experience. These are not mere philosophical concepts, but living principles that orchestrate the dance of creation. In the vast desert wastes, a nomad named Karim learned to navigate by watching the stars. Night after night, he observed their movement across the heavens until he recognized that the same patterns guided everything: the migration of birds, the blooming of desert flowers, the formation of dunes. The stars became more than points of light. They became a map of universal principles. One night, lost in a sandstorm, Karim remembered the predictable patterns he had observed. Just as the stars moved in perfect sequence, he realized the storm would follow natural laws. By understanding these principles, he found his way to safety, guided by the same forces that guided the stars. Like Karim, you navigate through life guided by these eternal laws. When you align your actions with these principles, you move in harmony with the universe itself. Your manifestations flow naturally, like water following its course to the sea. For the next 7 days, choose one universal law, perhaps the law of cause and effect, or the law of reciprocity. Observe how it operates in your daily experience, watching its subtle influence in even the smallest moments. Notice how each kind word creates ripples of goodwill, how each moment of gratitude attracts more reasons to be thankful. Watch how a gentle smile offered to a stranger returns to you threefold, or how a moment of patience transforms a difficult situation into an opportunity for growth. Record these observations in detail, noting how this law influences every aspect of your life, from your relationships to your work to your inner peace. Through this practice, you begin to see the invisible architecture that shapes all creation, understanding that you too are a master builder in this grand universal design. Let each discovery deepen your awareness of these timeless principles that govern all manifestation. Chapter 3. The Power Within Your Mind. In a remote mountain monastery there lived a monk named Chen who spent years in meditation, seeking to understand the true nature of reality. Each morning he would sit before a massive boulder that blocked the monastery's path to the valley below. The other monks accepted the boulder's presence, walking the longer road around it, but Chen saw it differently. Day after day, Chen sat in contemplation, understanding that the boulder existed first in thought before manifesting in physical form. He realized that just as thoughts had brought the boulder into being, thoughts could also move it. Through unwavering focus and absolute conviction, Chen shaped his consciousness until the distinction between thought and reality dissolved. One morning, as naturally as water flows downhill, the boulder shifted, creating a clear path to the valley. Your thoughts possess this same creative power. Each thought you hold shapes the fabric of your experience, molding reality like a potter shapes clay. When you understand this truth, you recognize that your mind is the architect of your circumstances. Every achievement, every manifestation, begins as a single thought, nurtured by intention and unwavering focus. In a distant village lived a farmer named Shen, whose fields yielded meager harvests year after year. Despite working from dawn until dusk, his crops remained sparse while his neighbors' fields flourished. One night in a dream, a wise elder appeared and told him, "Your harvest grows from the seeds in your mind before it grows from the seeds in your soil." Awakening, Shen understood. He had planted doubt, worry, and scarcity in his thoughts, and these were the crops he reaped. With this wisdom, he began cultivating new thoughts of abundance, visualizing his fields heavy with grain. As his mindset shifted, so too did his reality. The next harvest proved the most bountiful the village had ever seen. Like Shen's fields, your life reflects the thoughts you nurture. When you shift your inner landscape, your outer world transforms in response. Each thought carries the power to create or destroy, to nurture or diminish, to manifest or dissolve. As you move through your days, dedicate 5 minutes each morning to sitting in perfect stillness. Choose one desire you wish to manifest. See it not as a future possibility, but as a present reality. Experience the joy, gratitude, and fulfillment of your manifestation as if it exists now. Feel it with every sense, making it as real in your mind as the ground beneath your feet. This practice plants the seeds of manifestation in the fertile soil of consciousness. Chapter 4. The Symphony of Vibration. In the valleys of an ancient kingdom lived a musician named Ravi, who played an instrument crafted from sacred wood. His melodies carried a power unlike any other. When he played, flowers would turn toward his music, birds would harmonize with his tune, and even the wind seemed to dance to his rhythm. Yet Ravi's greatest gift wasn't his musical talent, but his understanding that every element of creation resonated at its own unique frequency. Like ripples in a pond, everything in existence vibrates with its own signature energy. Your thoughts, emotions, and desires, Each emit distinct frequencies that ripple outward into the universe. These vibrations attract experiences that match their energy, drawing toward you circumstances that align with your inner state. Just as a tuning fork resonates with its matching frequency, you naturally attract situations, people, and opportunities that vibrate in harmony with your dominant thoughts and feelings. When you maintain a frequency of joy, abundance flows effortlessly. When fear or doubt cloud your vibration, challenges multiply accordingly. Along a treacherous coastline stood a lighthouse tended by an old keeper named Thomas. Night after night, he maintained the light's steady beam through violent storms. Ships caught in darkness would find their way to safety, guided by the unwavering frequency of his beacon. One evening, a young apprentice asked Thomas how he kept the light so constant through nature's fury. "The storm may rage," Thomas replied, "but the light must remain true to its own frequency. It is this consistency that saves lives." Like Thomas's lighthouse, your emotional frequency serves as a beacon, attracting experiences that match its signal. When you maintain positive emotional states, joy, gratitude, enthusiasm, you broadcast a frequency that draws similar energies toward you. Your feelings are not merely responses to life. They are creative forces that shape your reality. Begin tracking your vibrational state through a daily journal practice. Each evening, record your dominant emotions and the experiences they attracted. Note moments when you felt particularly aligned and what manifested during those times. Observe how shifts in your emotional frequency correlate with changes in your external circumstances. Through this practice, you'll develop awareness of how your inner vibration creates your outer reality, allowing you to consciously adjust your frequency to attract your desired experiences. Chapter 5. The Compass of the Heart. In the depths of the mystic forest, where ancient trees whispered secrets of the ages, a traveler named Maya found herself lost among shadows and mist. Though maps and compasses failed her, she discovered a peculiar warmth in her chest whenever she turned in certain directions. Following this inner guidance, Maya navigated through dangers unseen, past thorny thickets, and across treacherous ravines, until she reached a clearing bathed in golden light. There, beneath an ancient oak, lay not gold or jewels, but a crystal that pulsed with the same warmth she had felt in her heart. The universe speaks through the language of emotion. Each feeling resonates with a specific frequency, creating a magnetic field that draws experiences into your life. Joy, love, and gratitude are not merely states of being. They are powerful forces of creation that amplify your intentions and accelerate their manifestation. When you align your desires with genuine emotional energy, you create an unstoppable force of attraction. Like a magnet drawn to its opposite pole, your heartfelt intentions pull corresponding circumstances into your reality. This is why mere thinking about what you want often falls short. It is the feeling that ignites the spark of creation. In a distant village lived a healer named Sophia, who struggled to help those who sought her aid. Despite her knowledge of herbs and remedies, her treatments brought little relief. One night in meditation, she realized she had been relying solely on her mind while ignoring the wisdom of her heart. She began to feel deeply for each person who came to her, allowing her heart to guide her hands. Soon, her healing touch became known throughout the land, not for its technique, but for its transformative power. Just as Sophia discovered, your heart holds the key to unlocking your manifestation potential. When you infuse your intentions with authentic emotion, you create a resonance that the universe cannot ignore. Your feelings are the fuel that powers your desires into reality. Create an affirmation that speaks to your deepest aspirations, but don't merely recite it. Feel it with every fiber of your being. Choose words that stir your soul and awaken your heart's longing. Each morning, find a quiet space and repeat your affirmation while allowing yourself to experience the emotions it evokes. Let the feelings wash over you, filling your entire being with their vibration. This practice aligns your emotional frequency with your desires, creating a powerful magnetic force that draws your intentions into physical form. Chapter 6. Reflections of Reality. In an ancient temple there stood a mirror unlike any other. Those who gazed into its crystalline surface saw not their physical form, but the landscape of their thoughts and emotions laid bare. A merchant named Reza approached the mirror, expecting to see his fine clothes and carefully groomed appearance. Instead, he witnessed storms of worry clouding his mind, thorny vines of fear choking his aspirations, and dark shadows of doubt dimming his inner light. Shocked by this revelation, Reza spent days in contemplation, gradually clearing his thoughts and cultivating peace within. When he returned to the mirror, he saw gardens of possibility blooming where wasteland once lay. Your outer world serves as a perfect reflection of your inner state. Every circumstance, relationship, and experience manifests as a mirror, revealing the thoughts and feelings you harbor within. This universal principle operates with unwavering precision. What you see in your life is a direct projection of your consciousness. When you encounter discord in your external reality, look within. The source of any challenge lies not in the circumstances themselves, but in your relationship to them. Your thoughts and emotions create ripples that extend far beyond your awareness, shaping the very fabric of your experience. In a distant valley lived a gardener named Amara who inherited a plot of barren land. Where others saw only dust and stone, she envisioned lush gardens teeming with life. Each morning, she tended the soil with loving attention, speaking words of encouragement to the seemingly lifeless earth. She poured not just water, but her unwavering belief into the ground. Gradually, tiny shoots emerged, then leaves, then flowers. Within a season, her garden became a testament to the power of inner vision made manifest. The transformation of your life begins with the cultivation of your inner garden. Just as Amara nurtured barren soil into abundance, you hold the power to transform any aspect of your reality by first transforming yourself. Your circumstances will shift in harmony with your inner evolution. Take a moment now to identify one recurring challenge in your life. Find a quiet space where you can sit undisturbed. Close your eyes and turn your attention inward. Ask yourself, what thoughts and feelings within me might be creating or maintaining this situation? Let insights arise naturally, without judgment. Observe any patterns, beliefs, or emotions that surface. This practice of inner reflection reveals the seeds of transformation, allowing you to consciously reshape your reality from within. Chapter 7. Sacred Symbols and Ancient Secrets. In a temple carved from living stone, an apprentice named Kayin traced his fingers along ancient markings that seemed to pulse with hidden meaning. Each symbol held a story, a truth waiting to be unveiled. Night after night he studied the intricate patterns until one evening, as moonlight streamed through the temple windows, the symbols began to speak. A spiral revealed the endless cycle of growth. A triangle whispered of divine harmony, and a circle showed the perfect unity of all things. Through patient observation, Kayin discovered that these symbols were keys unlocking the deeper chambers of understanding within his own mind. Symbols serve as bridges between the visible and invisible realms of existence. They speak directly to your subconscious mind, conveying wisdom that transcends ordinary language. When you encounter a symbol, whether in dreams, nature, or daily life, it carries messages meant specifically for your spiritual growth. These universal symbols exist as archetypal patterns woven into the fabric of creation. The rising sun speaks of new beginnings, flowing water represents the movement of life, and a mountain embodies the heights of achievement. By learning to read these symbols, you access an ancient language that connects you to the wisdom of the ages. In a distant kingdom, there lived a wise king named Talib, who received prophetic dreams filled with symbolic imagery. One night, he dreamed of a golden key floating above his palace. The next day, a mysterious teacher arrived bearing knowledge that transformed his realm. Another dream showed him a withered tree returning to life, forewarning him to nurture his people's spirits before drought struck the land. Through these symbols, Talib learned to read the language of the universe itself. The symbols appearing in your life carry messages meant to guide your path. They may arise in dreams, catch your attention during daily activities, or persist in your thoughts. Each one offers a key to understanding your journey more deeply. Choose a symbol that draws your attention, perhaps a tree, a star, or a particular geometric shape. Find a quiet moment to sit with this symbol in meditation. Allow it to exist in your mind's eye, observing what feelings, memories, or insights it evokes. Write freely about your experience, letting the symbol reveal its meaning through your own inner wisdom. This practice opens channels of understanding between your conscious and subconscious mind, bringing hidden knowledge to light. Chapter 8. The Forgotten Practices of the Ancients. In a remote mountain village beneath the shadows of ancient peaks lived an elder named Jen. Each morning, as dawn painted the sky in shades of amber, he would gather the young ones of the village to pass down the sacred ways of their ancestors. Among his students was Maya, whose heart burned with curiosity about the old practices. One morning, Jen shared the most treasured teaching, a simple ritual of awakening. Before the sun rises, he explained, our ancestors would touch the earth with their bare feet, breathe deeply 3 times, and express gratitude for life itself. Through this practice, they maintained harmony with the universal forces. Maya embraced these teachings, discovering that the simplest rituals held the deepest power. Through consistent practice, she found herself more attuned to the natural rhythms of life, more aware of the subtle guidance that surrounded her. The wisdom of ritual lies not in its complexity, but in its consistent application. These practices, passed down through generations, serve as anchors that ground you in universal truth. Each ritual creates a sacred space where your energy aligns with the infinite intelligence that governs all creation. The power of ritual lies in its ability to shift your consciousness from the mundane to the sacred. Through regular practice, you create channels through which universal wisdom can flow more freely into your life. These practices need not be elaborate. Often the simplest actions, performed with awareness and intention, yield the most profound results. In a distant monastery, a seeker named Rumi searched tirelessly through ancient texts for enlightenment. After years of study, he discovered a single phrase, a simple mantra passed down through centuries. I am one with all that is. At first, the words seemed too simple to hold any power. Yet as he repeated them each morning while watching the sunrise, something within him began to shift. Peace filled his heart, and clarity illuminated his path. The simple practice transformed his entire being. This wisdom speaks directly to your journey. The most powerful practices are often the most simple. A moment of gratitude upon waking, mindful breathing throughout the day, or a quiet reflection as the sun sets. These rituals create spaces of sacred connection in your daily life. Choose one simple practice to perform each day. It might be touching the earth and expressing gratitude each morning, taking 3 conscious breaths before every meal, or spending a moment in quiet reflection before sleep. Make this practice your sacred anchor, a touchstone that connects you to the deeper currents of life. Even in the busiest moments, let this ritual become as natural as breathing, a gentle reminder of your connection to the infinite. Approach this ritual with reverence, knowing that through consistent practice, you align yourself with the eternal wisdom that flows through all things. Like water wearing away stone, these small daily acts of mindfulness gradually transform your consciousness, opening doorways to profound understanding. Chapter 9. Releasing the Chains of Limitation. In the depths of an ancient fortress, a prisoner named Kairos spent countless days gazing through iron bars. The walls of his cell were adorned with intricate carvings left by those who came before him, symbols of hope, wisdom, and freedom. Each morning, he would trace these patterns with his fingers, searching for meaning in their mysterious designs. One night, as moonlight filtered through his window, Kairos had a revelation. While examining his tattered clothing, he discovered that the key to his cell had been in his pocket all along, sewn into the hem of his garment by someone who cared for his freedom. He had carried the means of his liberation throughout his entire imprisonment, unaware of its presence. The walls you perceive around you are crafted by thoughts accumulated over time. These limiting beliefs, I am not worthy, this is impossible, I don't have what it takes, become the iron bars of your mental prison. Yet within you lies the key to freedom waiting to be discovered. Every thought that crosses your mind either strengthens these walls or begins to dissolve them. The universe has already placed within you everything needed for your liberation. Your task is simply to recognize and embrace this truth. In a distant garden, a magnificent bird lived in a golden cage. Though the cage door remained unlocked, the bird never attempted to fly away, believing itself confined by the gleaming bars. One day, a gentle breeze pushed the door open, and the bird discovered its wings had always been strong enough for flight. In that moment of realization, it soared into the endless sky, understanding that freedom had always been its natural state. Like this bird, you may have accepted limitations that exist only in your mind. Each limiting belief you hold serves as a bar in your self-made cage. Yet the power to transcend these barriers resides within you, waiting to be acknowledged. Take a moment now to examine your thoughts. Identify one belief that has held you back. Perhaps it's doubt about your abilities, fear of the unknown, or a sense of unworthiness. Write this belief down, seeing it clearly for what it is, a thought, not a truth. Now craft an empowering statement that reflects your true nature and potential. Transform "I am not ready" into "I am fully prepared and capable." Replace "I don't deserve success" with "I am worthy of all abundance." Speak this new truth aloud each morning, feeling its resonance in your heart. Through this practice, you begin to unlock the door that has always been within your reach. Remember, liberation starts with recognition, the simple awareness that you hold the key to your own freedom. Chapter 10. Awakening to Infinite Awareness. In the mountains of ancient Tibet, a wise sage named Zen lived in solitude. Though his physical eyes could see perfectly well, he chose to wear a blindfold, puzzling those who sought his counsel. When asked why, he would simply smile and continue his daily tasks with remarkable precision, tending his garden, preparing herbs, and navigating treacherous mountain paths without hesitation. Years passed until one day, a young apprentice discovered the truth. The blindfold was not meant to block sight, but to awaken a deeper vision. Through this practice, Jen had learned to perceive the subtle energies that flow through all things, the whispered guidance of the universe that most overlook. Your journey through life mirrors this wisdom. True sight extends far beyond physical vision. The universe constantly communicates through patterns, coincidences, and moments of synchronicity that many dismiss as chance. These signs appear as recurring numbers, unexpected encounters, or sudden inspirations that guide your path. When you quiet external distractions, inner vision awakens. Like a radio tuning to the correct frequency, your awareness aligns with the universe's subtle messages. Each synchronicity serves as a cosmic confirmation, guiding you toward your highest good. Far across the ocean, a sailor named Jin faced a perilous journey through waters known for claiming countless ships. As storm clouds gathered and waves threatened to overwhelm his vessel, conventional navigation became impossible. Yet Jin remained calm, having learned to read the language of the stars. Even when clouds obscured the sky, he could sense their position, feeling their guidance like a compass in his heart. Through this deep attunement, he navigated safely to shore, understanding that guidance remains constant even when hidden from view. These sacred teachings illuminate your own path. Just as Jin trusted the stars' guidance through stormy seas, you can learn to recognize and trust the signs that appear in your life. Each synchronicity offers direction, confirmation, or gentle course correction. The practice of heightened awareness begins now. Set aside time each day to observe the subtle patterns in your life. Notice repeated themes in conversations, unexpected alignments of events, or sudden insights that feel significant. Record these observations in a dedicated journal, reflecting on their potential meaning and guidance. Through this practice, you develop the inner vision that reveals the universe's constant communication with you. Like Jen removing physical sight to awaken deeper perception, allow yourself to see beyond surface appearances. Trust that every meaningful coincidence carries a message, every synchronicity offers guidance, and every pattern points toward your highest path. When you cultivate this heightened awareness, you begin to recognize the universe's gentle whispers in the most ordinary moments. A chance encounter that leads to an opportunity, a recurring number that confirms your direction, or an unexpected delay that protects you from unseen circumstances. These subtle signs weave through your daily experience, creating an invisible tapestry of divine guidance that becomes clearer with each passing day. Part 2: The Deep Secrets of Reality. Chapter 11: Mental Alchemy. In a hidden chamber beneath an ancient city, the alchemist Thaddeus labored tirelessly over bubbling crucibles and mysterious formulas. For decades he had sought the legendary philosopher's stone, the key to transforming base metals into gold. Despite his vast knowledge of elements and compounds, success remained elusive. One night, exhausted from another failed attempt, Thaddeus collapsed into meditation. In that moment of surrender, understanding dawned. The transformation he sought wasn't about the metals at all. The real alchemy lay in transmuting the lead of negative thoughts into the gold of enlightened consciousness. The power of mental transmutation flows through all creation. Just as ancient alchemists understood that matter could be transformed, your thoughts possess the same potential for transformation. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of doubt contains within it the seeds of opportunity and growth. This sacred art begins with awareness. Notice how your thoughts shape your reality, creating either barriers or bridges to your desires. Through conscious attention, you can transmute fear into courage, doubt into certainty, and limitation into possibility. In a distant kingdom, a young artist named Maya faced ridicule for her unconventional paintings.